Hello, thank you for tuning in to my official YouTube channel. I am Reverend MeeLing. I've been known by a few names: Reverend MeeLing, Reverend Susan MeeLing, Lady MeeLing, Lady Dori, Belle, a few other names. So that opening area section is the second biggest Medal of Honor art project piece that I had made from my Medal of Honor art project that I created. The top portion where it has the cross that and then the bottom portion, those two individual rubbing portions for the same Medal of Honor recipient were completed at two separate times. One portion was completed during the year of 2014, and the other portion of the rubbing was completed in 2017. And so that particular Medal of Honor recipient had earned his Medal of Honor back, I think it was he was part of the GAR, the General Army Republic. And so I had done everything I could possibly for each of my Medal of Honor art project pieces. I pointed to a few small areas which has my signature. I don't always have the same signature. It's usually my letters of my initials. Sometimes I put a circle around it, sometimes I don't. It just depends on each artwork piece that I have been working on, and because of doing everything I possibly could to make sure that the focus is on the Medal of Honor recipient for each Medal of Honor art project piece that I've completed, I've kept my signature, itsy bitsy little fairy size, so that way, the focus is only on the Medal of Honor recipient and what they did and their branch and division and their commendation and who they were with as far as when they had earned their Medal of Honor award. And so Even though on my website, on the actual pictures, it has my website link on the picture. On the actual artwork pieces, that doesn't have that there. Mainly because I wanted to be as respectful as I possibly could for each of the Medal of Honor recipients. And so I did have a little bit of a temper tantrum when driving back from Washington State for a whole bunch of reasons, so I apologize. There were a few different things going on. First off, having to drive that much by myself without any assistance whatsoever, that's a little taxing. And not forgetting all the electrical issues being above the Mason-Dixon line and then going below the Mason-Dixon line and having to acclimate to that energetic aspect extremely quickly so that way I could drive safely. And then the electrical stuff that is in the vehicle. And then then on top of that, I have a feeling that because so I had to get a replacement rental car when I was on my trip when I was in Washington State, and the first one that I had gotten was from the state of Texas. And then when I was in Washington State, I had to do a switch on that. And so I think that maybe because I had to go to the SeaTac airport and all of the zapping stuff in that vicinity probably caused a little bit more pain fluctuation to go. And then I did get to go to the Montana Vortex. If you've seen my official YouTube videos of me, doing yoga in a location that you should not be able to do that. I am how I am. And so I was able to ground myself and kind of do what I could as best as I could. And then the altitude changes were the problem at that point because of my headaches and migraines by a lot. And so my apology aspect is for my temper tantrums, but also because of the fact that I thought that I remembered correctly. And I guess by technicalities, as many times as I've probably talked about, I don't know how many times I've talked about my head injury on Palm Sunday in 2000 and the after effects. The subarachnoid hemorrhage in the frontal lobe of my brain that took years to go away after waking up from my coma, the headaches, the migraines, memory deficits, the cognitive disorders, and having gone from college algebra with trigonometry and calculus to second grade math, I probably didn't remember correctly because of my memory issues. And so I thought that I had taken a specific set of roads, and I think that I was misremembering which roads I had taken. I know I've been on those roads, and I know which one I was thinking about, but I have a feeling that it's probably because of the cognitive thing, as well as the memory thing, that got tangled and messed up in my memory when trying to remember, because I know what building it is, though for me to say that it's a building that has a parking lot and an American flag. There's some gardening in the vicinity of the building that I was thinking of, with words that say what building I would be taking it to, and the only word I can remember is post and then there's numbers. That's probably a cognitive issue. I don't deny that. I know that the building had a sidewalk somewhere and doors. So I apologize for my temper tantrum, because and see, that example right there is why I usually don't request songs from a DJ. Because that's pretty much how I have described music to DJs when trying to remember a song to request to dance to. It's usually, instead of, a building with the word post, maybe there's more than just one American Legion or one disabled American veteran or more than one veteran of foreign war that has post on their building with an American flag somewhere nearby, doors, and a sidewalk with a parking lot and some gardening nearby. So in that regard, when I have asked for songs to be played by a DJ, usually it's been something similar where it's been, hey, there's this song I want to hear. I heard it on the radio. And there are words in the song. And there's a beat. And then there's somebody singing or rapping. I know that there are rhymes in the song. But I can't remember what radio station I heard it on. Because there's numbers. I can make fun of myself. See why I don't request things from the DJ? Took me a very long time to finally remember one song, and I don't even remember when I heard it, because I don't think I heard it on the radio recently. I think it's been a while since I've heard it on the radio. I think so. Or it could have been a cassette tape, or it could have been a CD. I can't remember, which is another reason why I don't usually request songs when at a dance club to dance to. So with that explanation in reference to both the song on the radio as well as whether it's an American Legion or a disabled American veterans or a Veterans of Foreign War Association, post probably is in all of their names, and they probably all have a parking lot area. Most likely they all have an American flag somewhere. And in order to get into the building, there most likely, absolutely, definitely a door or some doors. And so I know I drove on the road that led to where I'm gonna take that one. I think that combination of stuff that I had explained might hypothetically have something to do with me misremembering. So I apologize for not realizing that when I was driving. That I've driven on a couple of different roads over the years, and I've passed by a few areas that have an American Legion somewhere and a disabled American veteran somewhere and a veteran of foreign war somewhere. And since that second biggest piece that I made for my Medal of Honor art project has to go to the one that I can remember. I know where it is. I know what the building looks like. It has a roof. There are shingles on the roof. And there's other buildings nearby that also have a parking lot. And there are roads. I'm not laughing to make fun of anybody other than myself, and then absolute nervousness because of, so yeah. I'm that person. So I apologize for my temper tantrum between my pain levels, the altitude changes, and oh, I just remembered it's been a couple of years since I've been in the state of Texas before moving back. That could be another issue in that regard. So, comment, like, share, and subscribe to my official YouTube channel. Thank you.